straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They started on the ground with Eckler. Bulldozes past him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage. Created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game. Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He finds his target, Allen. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Eckler is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Eckler again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Austin Eckler taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Steal, check, steal. Smash.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Here's Jackson. Now a hit and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Ultra. Go ultra.
From the 41, Tua. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chains, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Tua now on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Ready, play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Ready up.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Ready.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. They're going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field and then run. You have to run down in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Emmanuel Ogbah finding his way to the ball for a big stop there behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Herbert.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here we go.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, cross field.
Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right.
Liam Eichenberg, 2nd-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
He's brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here we go. Slide through. Ready, go.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Draw play, Edmonds. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chargers take over first down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
That's caught inside the 20. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
First down, Chargers.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ready. Hey, check, Megan. Hunt.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Winner go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
At halftime, you have to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They've had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Check, man. Ready?
Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Looking to pass. Tua able to find Shaheen here. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 70. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Play action. It's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Now it's Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Shannon Tindall
coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Still 15 yards to go, second down. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throws left side, complete to keep. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Steal. Check steal. Opposite. Three. Check steal.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
10 cycles. Check right. Smash. Smash. Go pink.
Second down and another run with Edmonds. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Here we go. Here we go.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
43 rails. Hey, confused.
They'll run with Edmonds again. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right, distance. Ultra. Go ultra. Cut.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Yellow, blue.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Tua now on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's
he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Gabe Neighbors taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Ready, set.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ready, ready.
Play action, now it's Tua. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Tua. He completes it to Wilson. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
On the set.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Illegal strike.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That's caught by Wilson. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Second and 10. Tagovailoa. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch it in that spot.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Tua to throw. And Wilson with it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
That's 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tua. And he fires one incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now Tua. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go, set. Six, Madden. Ready?
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the act. Timeout. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Herbert to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And some room to run now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And the kick is good. He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC Championship game. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo, Porsche, photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss.